And welcome back to the Sports Source. I feel much better. I can get that earpiece out of my ear. This segment brought to you by Madisonville Marine. The folks at Highway 411 North in Madisonville are open, but they ask that you call ahead to make an appointment rather than just dropping in. Social distancing is important to those folks. They have extended their boat show prices and rebates through April 30th. So you can still get those great deals on Skeeter, G3. They just have a tremendous selection down there. Madisonville Marine, check out madmarine.com and then give them a call to drop by and see them. Okay, back with Josh Ward and David Ubben. The Athletic put out their 7-round mock draft this week, and only 2 Vols were on the list. Darrell Taylor, 3rd round, 86th pick to the Buffalo Bills, and Jauan Jennings, 7th round, 219th pick to the Minnesota Vikings. So Bob would like that. Since drafting a guy would depend on team needs, I'm not going to just say, who would you draft? I'm going to give you a different assignment. You have to draft all 6 Vols who are on the list right now. And that includes Nigel Warrior. Let's go ahead and put up the list. And I misspelled Dominic Wood Anderson. There should be a K at the end of his name. The end of Dominic, not Anderson. All right. Batuli, Callaway, Jennings, Taylor, Warrior, Wood, Anderson. Rank them 1 to 6 for me. And this also reveals which guys you think are going to have the best pro careers. How do you draft them in what order? I'll start with you, Josh, if you can hold up your wipey for the folks at home. We should have tested this before this segment. My apologies.
Sure. So Darrell Taylor would be my top guy. Just look at his athleticism. I saw someone share the video where he's doing the flip on the senior day tackle, and the fact that he had suffered the injury and still was able to do that, that's the freakish athletic ability we heard his teammates talk about for the last few years. Still has to improve, as you heard Will talking about in the last segment, but I love his upside. I would go Jauan Jennings over Marquez Callaway. I think tough, contested, 3rd down, maybe around the goal line catches. I think those are some plays that he can make. Callaway, if he had a little bit better speed, if he were more in the elite category there, then I would raise him up, but he's not. I still think he has a chance to be successful.
I think his punt return ability helps. I think his special teams ability helps his chances.
Yeah, both with Jennings and Callaway, they have that ability that they can offer, and I think they both will work hard knowing their roles with the team. I'm going to go Daniel Batuli after that. He just made tackles and plays for Tennessee over the last few years. He always found a way. If he's in the right kind of defense, I wonder, can he be somebody that helps in a pass rush role at the next level as well? Could he at least get that opportunity? Nigel Warrior, if he were 10 pounds heavier at safety, I think he might have a better opportunity, but still a good athlete. He was an all-SEC player being coached by Jeremy Pruitt as a defensive back. That helps, and then I'd go Dom Wood Anderson.
All right, very good. Let's see if we have much debate here from David Ubben down there. If
a
you
little
hold
bit.
Up
I think Jauan Jennings, first of all, every coach that I've ever talked to about him, gamer. Because if you play without pads, you play, in practices, and they're just like, I don't know about this guy. And then you play the games, and it comes on. So I like him. That intensity, I think, too. There's a factor of he's seen the other side of what happens when the thing that he loves in football is taken away. I think that's a really powerful motivator in a lot of ways. And then Darrell Taylor, obviously the most physically gifted out of these guys. I mean, 6'3", 267 pounds right now. He's gained a lot of weight in this process. Yeah. And for him, we've seen how he can move. I think he really has a chance to be a great player. Daniel Batuli, it's all up here. I think he's really knowledgeable and really instinctive, really smart. I think he's got a chance. If you can do those things, you can outweigh maybe not being the best athlete or some of those injury concerns if you know what you're doing. Nigel Warrior, I think kind of the same things. He's really progressed. Mm-hmm. And I think, too, I've spent a lot of time talking to him and his agents and folks during this process. He's pretty mad right now. I think to be a first-team All-SEC safety and basically get no love and you can't really make visits, no pro day, no combine, Nigel's a motivated guy, too. I'm intrigued to see what that looks like. Callaway, I think, he can be a great receiver, but he wants to make plays over people. You need to be able to get open. I think that's one of the things that Jauan Jennings, for people all talking about his speed, he can get open. He can shove guys around. He's good at using his body and leveraging it. I didn't see that as much from Callaway. He can make some plays with the ball in the air, but you got to prove yourself to be able to do those things. And Dom Wood Anderson, I think, needs to find a good spot that can help him. So that's my list.
Very good, guys. I appreciate it. I was glad to see everyone's projection has Nigel Warrior's number 6. He's an afterthought. He's not even. NFL.com didn't even look at him. He didn't get the combine invite. NFL.com didn't even grade his tape. To me, that's a guy. I watched what he did in the Southeastern Conference. Now, you can take the first few years and throw him out the window. I saw this past year what he could do in the SEC football. If you can play that level of football in the Southeastern Conference, You can go play in the NFL. I was glad to see that he's not sixth on your guys' list. All right, when we come back, what is the best ever UT draft class? Since it's draft week, I thought, well, let's look back at some glory days right now, and these are some glory days. 98, 2000, or 2002. What's the best draft class? Get ready for a long list of impressive names. Going back on the Sports Source.